Until I make it. So thank you so much for your support. If you have any kind of support, your advice you want to give me or whatever, I am more than happy to listen to it and hear it. I'll give you any feedback. You give me feedback, I can reply to you. I don't care because you guys are awesome. Thank you for your support. And it's not over. It's just I'm gonna keep rolling. So this is reading is for you. Pick a pile. What do you want solved? The 10 options are coming up right after this. Thank you very much for everything. May the universe guide you to prosperity and happiness. And I will be seeing you. Behold, the doorway to inspiration. So what have you been doing today? What are you looking? Why are you looking for inspiration? Are you stuck in the doldrums? Is life not satisfying anymore? Are you having a hard time making ends meet? Or are you just in a creative that just can't figure out how to get things going? This is the door reading, and you can't see it perfectly well, but I'm going to put a sticker up right there for you to be able to follow along. So there you go. Start on the left with the Queen of Swords. The idea of the door is to reach, you start at the edges and then reach the center to give you the answer to your question. The answer, how do you find inspiration? Queen of Swords. If you are a feminine energy, then it is you who has lost your command, and if it's not, then it's the feminine energy with the sword that's gotten in the way. Your command, the distraction of it. The rub of this side, I'm going to do one side and the other. I could flip back and forth, but I think that gets more confusing. The rub on this side is the Page of Swords for lack of bravery. Either you have the lack of bravery to stand up to the Queen of Swords, probably because you love them, or you have a lack of bravery as the Queen of Swords because you're afraid of letting go of control. You take these two cards together, and you end up with the Five of Pentacles for poverty, because this is what leads to it. The idea is that you've emptied yourself clean. You have nothing in your soul in order to work with. Luckily, this also means it's resolved because of its position in this reading. At the crown is skill, because that means you have it. You have a great deal of skill. You just have to believe in yourself again. So whatever it is that threw you off this whole thing to begin with, that gave you the loss of inspiration, is your skill that will get you back to the road of inspiration. You mix that with the Queen, no matter which way the Queen goes, and it ends up with conflict. But luckily for you, it's the resolution of it. It's the conflict that you have inside of yourself between, because here's the essential thing when it comes to lack of inspiration. You have a fight with yourself. Yourself is what's getting in the way. You're fighting yourself. You're saying, I can't do this, I'm too stupid, or whatever, or some habit, or whatever, or maybe you're just overthinking things, or I don't know. It's a combination of things. So you take the poverty that you're going to resolve, and you take the conflict that you're also going to resolve, and mix those two together, and you end up with intimacy. I'm going to sneeze now. I'm not going to sneeze now. Well, I thought I was going to sneeze now. Intimacy, an intimate bond. I'm going to sneeze now. The intimacy has to do with yourself. Being intimate with yourself. And that sounds, yeah, I know what that sounds like. But the idea is that you've lost connection with yourself. You've let yourself, if you've been trying to, let's say you're trying to write a novel. You've been trying to write a novel forever. And you just sit there and you write, and you just throw away the pages. You can't stand it. And everything you say, you think about yourself, it's just you hate it, whatever. Now the job that used to be fun to create, to try to work things out, has become an ordeal. Now it's just stress. Similar to what happens to me a lot sometimes when I try to do this every single day. The readings don't have the same quality because I'm burning myself out. And the reason why I'm burning myself out is I'm losing the intimacy that I have with myself. Which sounds, I know how that sounds. But yeah. So the idea is you have to reclaim that which you've lost, which is, why did you start doing this in the first place? What is it that you were writing about? Why did you want to write? Why did you want to make? And that goes for any creative person out there, whatever your inspiration you're looking for. What was it that you were looking for in the beginning? On the other side, you have the King of Swords. That's ironic, or Actually, not if you believe in what I believe in. It all happens for a reason. So you have the Queen of Swords on one side, the King of Swords on the other. But depending which one you are, the object is that somehow the two of you are getting each other's way, so to speak, when it comes to inspiration. You're distracting each other because of the problems you have instead of trying to embrace yourself. Queen of Wands is at the base for this one for the rub, which has to do with the idea more of distraction. So if you are the King of Swords, you are distracted by the Queen of Wands. If you are the Queen of Wands, you're distracted by the King of Swords. So the whole thing about inspiration, the reason why you haven't had it lately is because your mind's on the Queen instead of on each other. Which sounds bad. That sounds harsh. That sounds like me being a dick. But the truth is, like, it's easy, especially, let's say, for example, you're a great writer or whatever, and you figure out you develop inspiration, and you figure you start tapping her. If you've never done it before, and you've never found inspiration from her before, if you start doing what she suggests blindly, without considering how it works with you, I don't know how much success you're going to have. You might have more success than you ever had before, but if that's the case, why are you here asking for an inspiration reading? So it's not about like breaking up or anything like that, or anything stupid like that. It's simply a matter of just of understanding that distractions can sometimes cause problems. Mix these two together and you end up with financial increase. Because I'm pretty sure it's the way it is when it comes to just distractions. Any writer will tell you distractions will destroy anything. I mean, look at what's his name in The Shining. The idea was that, you know, of course, granted, he was losing his goddamn mind and he was threatening her life, but beyond that, the idea was, Wendy, get the fuck out of here because you're distracting me. Crown of this is the Ace of Cups for love, a new love, or a rekindling of an old love, really. It's the idea of finding a new way, a new passion to look at what it is that you're trying to do. Mix those two together and you end up with progress. So you have to be able to find something new that you can love about the thing that you're in. So take the thing that you do and explore it, or take it from a different angle, or explore a different aspect of it you've never tried before. Take the progress and the financial increase and you mix those together and you end up with spiritual guidance, which means you should listen to me. Haha, kidding. But yeah. And don't think of it in terms of, like, you know, like I said, don't think of it in terms of like you have to break up and shit. It's just a matter of trying to figure out how to get back to where you got lost and figure out what got you lost in the first place. The universe has to tell you the ambition of enterprise, which is the common and all too frustrating, just keep going. As long as you just keep trying, everything will work out, says the universe. And the base is this, the Ten of Swords for betrayal, which is akin to things that have gotten in the way of your process. Like, especially if you have someone you care about and you've been spending a lot of time trying to take care of them. It's like the inspiration you lack is simply falling asleep because you're too busy trying to take care of things you don't normally take care of when you're trying to be creative. So, but instead of looking at it in terms of betrayal, like the actual somebody's deliberately trying to stop you thing, look at it more in the terms of things you just gotten in the way. And once you're able to get to a point where you can isolate yourself and get back to some sort of, or like in this case, when it comes to the side of the idea, to find some new love, a new way of looking at things, it's adapting to the situation that you have instead of trying to get back to where you were, if that makes any sense. So instead of looking at things as interruptions, looking at them as ways to absorb into what you're trying to do and figure out a way to create more. Or cut it all loose and then just go back to the beginning. But I'm just saying, in that, the way the cards look at this particular thing, I would say, no, if you really want inspiration, the reason why you're having so much trouble with it is one of two things. Actually, it's just one thing, but you have two choices with the one thing. You can either try to eliminate the things that have cost you all this interference, or you can embrace it. And I can't tell you which one is the best thing to do because you're you, and you know what's best for you. But hopefully I've helped you out somehow. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please like and subscribe to my channel. May the universe guide you to prosperity and happiness. And I'm offering a discount for new clients. It's only $20 lousy dollars for 90 minutes worth of texting or a 60-minute phone call, however you want to do it. If you're interested, let me know in the comments. May the universe guide you to prosperity and happiness. And I You're looking for love. I can show you the door, but you're the one that has to walk through it. You're looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for love with too many faces. Faces? Looking for love in all the wrong spaces. Something I say that'll make sense to you all. I don't know the lyrics. Whatever. So, love, what you're looking for. The door has two sides. The left door and the right door. We're going to do the left door, then the right door, starting with the Queen of Wands. If you are of feminine energy, you lack desire. You haven't been able to satisfy your desires because you haven't been able to find the person that actually meets your desires. If you are masculine energy, you haven't found the woman that does the same thing. The rub of this, unfortunately, is the Three of Swords, which means most of what you unfortunately is causing your trouble is the past. Some sort of disruption in the past, cheating or infidelity or whatever. And as a result, you are hindered by the past and what it's done to you when it comes to finding new love. Take those two cards and you mix them together, you end up with the Hangman for a pause, your pause, constantly waiting for something to change. But that's okay, because now it is going to change because you're watching this video. At the top of this, you're looking for new love, which also suggests that new love is coming around the corner. The whole reason why you're going to get it now is because you're watching my video. My video is going to put your mindset in the right area so that you can go out there and find some love. Take your desire and the love, and you mix those two together, and you end up with the resolution of the Seven of Swords, which is deception. Because the deception that you have in your head right now is that it's your fault. That last one, that last love that you had went south because of you. Even, let's just say for the sake of fun and argument, let's say you cheated, okay? I'm not saying you did, but let's just say you did. Even if you did, the funny thing about it is you weren't happy. You were pretending to be happy, and then you went along with being happy, and then you weren't happy. That's kind of the basis for most cheating. Like there's some sort of itch you needed to scratch, something you were unsatisfied with, and so you went out and cheated. That's not to say I'm saying it's okay to cheat, because it's not really, it doesn't help you out for sure, but it also means I'm not going to judge you on it. But the idea is that you want to blame yourself because you were unhappy and you sought happiness. It doesn't make any difference what the numbers are. Like, okay, you did it because you have a psychological thing about cheating or whatever. It doesn't matter what it is that the problem is. You did it and it's done, and it was what led you here. So you can't beat yourself up for it. It doesn't make any difference. So the deception that you have that you deserve this, or the fact you did somehow, whatever other deception you have when it comes to this, is bunk. You already paid for it. You know how I know? Because this is you most of the time when it comes to love. See? So you take the deception you have to get over, and you take the Hangman, which you have to stop being. You have to get off the tree at some point, or get off the cross, so to speak. And you end up with the Eight of Pentacles for growth, because that's what needs to happen here. You need to level up. So on one side of this whole thing is you just need to evolve from the point of loss that you've had. Lose the loss, because the loss isn't going to serve your purpose, and it's certainly not going to get you where you want to go. On the other side, you have the Nine of Cups for the wish. You wish that, unfortunately, from your perspective, has not been granted because of things that went south as a result of whatever happened between you and the other person. It's reinforced by the rub, love. You were in love and the person wasn't in love, or you were in love and the person left you, but even though you were in love, it really broke your heart, it really screwed things up, which now changes that other card. So it's like, it's probably, I don't use the cheating thing as an example. The idea is that somehow we blame ourselves when things don't go where they're supposed to. You take the love lost and you take that wish that hasn't been granted, and you mix them together, and you end up with the Four of Pentacles, which is conservatism, which is you as a result of these things that you've lost, which has to be changed. You can't just sit in the hole and wait for things to get better, because nothing changes on its own without stimulants. The crown of this is intimacy, which is what you desire most, what you need most. And since it's exactly the opposite of the love thing, it means intimacy is on its way. Hopefully that means the intimacy and the love will gel together like they're supposed to, and things will get better. But your wish is going to be granted because you're talking to me right now, or at least you're watching my video. That's going to help you out. You mix these two things together, and you end up with 10 of Cups for happiness. how can my videos possibly give you happiness? I think the point is simply that it just changes your frame of reference. And I'm a very kind individual. It's not, I firmly believe in that. I don't understand why people regret. I understand that we do it, but I don't understand the purpose. You can't not be where you are right now watching this video if you had done things differently. So even mistakes that you perceive in the past that you made, regrets that you have, things that you've done, led you here. I mean, you're not in a happy place right now because clearly you want love and you don't have it, but that's not the point. You wouldn't be sitting here right now talking to me or listening to me if it wasn't for the fact that things led you here. And that means your mistakes were on purpose. It's a sad truth, but it's just, we make mistakes because we're supposed to. Nobody wants to admit that, or even, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be blamed for your mistakes. Actually, I am saying you shouldn't be blamed for your mistakes. I'm saying you should definitely pay for your mistakes, but you are paying for your mistake, which is why you're watching this video. But as for blaming you for your mistakes, I think it's just plain silly because we don't, if we all had the choice, we wouldn't make mistakes. Nobody would. So you take your happiness here on the end of your conservatism because you need to stop that shit. And it leads to the end of your burdens. Your burdens go bye-bye once you realize I'm right. And your burden is yourself. The burden is blaming yourself for what happened, trying to come up with reasons why you shouldn't be happy. The universe is cursing you, or the universe hates you, or God is mad at you for what you did. None of that's true. You can even prove it. The universe is giving you victory over your problem, which is what I'm giving you right now. I'm accessing you toward what you need to have victory over this. You can have love is coming right around the corner as long as you just accept the fact it wasn't your fault. Sometimes shit just happens, you know? And the base of this is the Two of Wands. Where do you stay or do you go? And the answer, of course, is that you go. Stop staying. You're waiting for things to change on your own. That's never going to happen. You better get off your butt and go get them. So just, it's not even, in this case, it's not even that. It's simply a matter of just opening your mind. Open your mind to the concept that you are not the way, that everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. Even if things didn't go the way you wanted, even though you sit there and go, I really wish I would have done this and that instead of that. Doesn't matter, because technically speaking, you can't be here without have done what you've done, and that's what led you here to watch this video to get your love back. And that's what makes all the difference. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'm still offering for new clients $20, allows you $20 if you can scratch it together for a 90-minute texting session or a 60-minute call. If you're interested, let me know in the comments. May the universe guide you to prosperity and happiness, and I will be seeing you. You're looking for a second chance. No, I'm not having an earthquake. My cat is cleaning itself on the table. Midnight's over there licking itself silly. And as a result, you can see some tremors going on in the field back there. This is a door reading. It has multiple cards. That's why I consider this a special gift to you all, because it's my biggest read yet. My biggest spread. 14 cards. 14 lovely cards spread out just for you to try to get you what you want. And what you want this time is rebirth, a second chance. A second chance at whatever it is you need a second chance about. Whatever it is that didn't work the first time. Starts with the card on the left. We do the left door, then the right door. Starting on the left, we have the world. Your world turned upside down. You need a second chance because you kind of blame yourself for doing it. And okay, you're just. You want me to wait for you to finish? You're just gonna keep going like this. I don't have time to wait though. So your world's turned upside down, and you believe you're the one that caused it. And as a result of that, you want a second chance to make it right. The rub of this is Knight of Wands for change, which means change came and you were unable to manage the changes that came to you, and you think you managed them poorly, which is what turned the world upside down. Mix those two cards together, you end up with bravery, because you have to be brave enough to admit the fact that even though this happened to you, it wasn't your fault. Sometimes shit just happens, and change is not the easiest thing in the world to manage. If it was, everybody would just handle it better. The ground of this is the Ten of Pentacles for wealth. I'm really going to have to redo this video on her because she's just not going to stop right now. Or he's just not going to stop right now. He's just going to lick himself silly over there. Just giving himself the full bath treatment. The crown of this is wealth, which means home and hearth is right around the corner. Which means your life is about to be restored in a way you just didn't expect. Mix the world you lost plus the wealth that's coming, and you get the devil. which is what you need to release yourself from, because you still believe that somehow you're the one that caused the whole world to go the wrong way anyway. You need to start blaming yourself, because blaming yourself won't get you anywhere. Bravery and the release from the devil together leads to, and this is some funny shit if you ask me, right? Because the whole thing you were looking for was a second chance. So that's how you get there. Not negating the other half of the reading. We're going to get to that in a second. Are you done cleaning yourself now? On the other side, hopefully the algorithm won't dock me points for that. Hopefully you won't dock me for points for that, because you just want to, while your subscribers, I hope your subscribers or your potential subscribers, so if that's the case, then hopefully you actually won't hold it against me, because, yeah. On the other side, you have the Emperor, or a lack of authority. So that means some authority you thought you had over the world you lost, because you thought you had control over your own life. Oh, you're such a silly person. Is gone. The base of this is the Seven of Cups for a risk that you took that went south, or at least how the way you perceive it. But it's like I perceive it, of course. You took where you, even if it is a risk that you took, that's not what upended your world. Your world was upended because it needed to be. Take these two cards and mix them together. You end up with Six of Pentacles for generosity from the universe, which already covers what I said about the Ten of Pentacles coming around the corner for a home and hearth. The suggestion is that you lost what you lost on purpose. I know that's hard to swallow, but if you're going to have something better, I need to get rid of what you already have so that you can have something better. If you won't let go of it yourself, then I got to remove it from your life so that you'll accept this new gift. It'd be the equivalent of somebody trying to say, hey, here's a new something or other, and you don't want it because you're really in love with the old thing. If I wreck it, then you'll have no choice. It's a universe perspective, not me. I'm just saying. The crown of this is the Ten of Cups for happiness, which means it's coming right around the corner. Happiness is a mirror to the wealth card. So happiness and wealth are coming around the corner, even though you don't believe it. You mix that whole Emperor thing of yours with the Ten of Cups, and you end up with profit after victory, because you're going to be completely bewildered by the fact that I'm right, and all of a sudden shit's going to turn around for you. And I can already hear the echo of like one or two people that deliberately sabotage this and tell me that it doesn't work for whatever reason, because that seems to be my ammo lately for my haters. Gotta have haters, right? Profit after victory mixed with the generosity coming from the universe, and it leads you to the resolution of your loss, because I told you it wasn't your fault in the first place. You lost your world, but that's okay. The universe, it looks to me anyway, like it has a better one for you. The universe at the top of this shows you the Queen of Wands, which is, if you're feminine energy, it is your greatest desire. If not, then if you're masculine energy, it is a female of source that is your greatest, pure desire. Either which way, it's pure desire. So what you want is what it's going to give you. Even if what you have is good, what the universe, what you want, or what the universe knows you want, or what you asked for at some point, or whatever, is better. And the base of this is the Four of Pentacles for conservatism, because you don't need to do that anymore. There's no need for you to be conservative. You just have to believe. Believe in yourself. Your second wind is coming, because that's what you wanted. You're welcome. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'm offering a lousy $20 for a 90-minute texting session or a 60-minute phone call. $20. If you can scratch that together and do it for new clients, yeah, come on. Give it a shot. Who knows? I need to eat. With the oil prices going up as much as they are, I need to do something. So you can scratch together $20, can't you? Sure you can. I believe in you. May the universe guide you to prosperity and happiness, and I. You're looking for justice, because this is the door reading. 14 cards is my biggest spread. A left door and a right door, with the universe on top and the base on the bottom. The reason why you're looking for justice is because you think, it seems like you're right, now that I've already done this reading a couple times, that somebody's come along and destroyed your whole world. That hit you with the tower. It came out of nowhere, and your world's been upside down ever since. The rub for you is the Nine of Cups for a wish card, because you believe that a wish that you made has gone south. I don't necessarily believe stuff like that. I think that the wishes are granted as within the time that they're given. So you think that it's been, you basically been have your dreams been taken from you or your wish been denied, but I don't think so. I think you just have it misplaced in your head. Either which way, take these two cards and you mix them together. What you end up with is the resolution of the betrayal you feel, which is what needs to happen in order for you to move forward. Which other people have already told you, I'm sure, which has already pissed you off, because now you're probably mad at me. You might have even killed the video. Now, this might be one of my lowest videos so far, but hang in there for those of you that are strong enough to keep listening, because there's a lot more cards at this table. Enterprise is what's coming around the corner. So an opportunity is coming for you to build again from the thing that you've lost. So you're able to build from the loss. From the fires come a stronger foundation. So you take that tower that strikes along with the tower, or the Enterprise, I should say, mix them together, and what you're left with is skill, because your skill is what needs to, your skill is what's you're going to need, and also what is going to be observed and appreciated as a result of what you lost. And that's how you get past this whole thing. You want your justice? This is part of it. To use your skill to build from the ashes. Resolving this betrayal and using your skill comes together to leave you with the resolution of the loss that you've suffered. I can't make the person come back, unfortunately, and I can't undo the loss, but I can at least resolve what has happened and give you the justice you deserve. I think. Pretty sure. On the other side, we have the Ace of Pentacles, where an opportunity is lost. And once again, the reason why the opportunity you think is lost is because of this person. And it looks like now that the person that you were involved with that betrayed you was the one you were in love with, which is why this has been so hard. The idea is you're vehemently angry because the person, you devoted everything to them and they fucked you over. Mix those two cards together and you end up with the Nine of Pentacles for luxury, which is what's coming around the corner as a result of the events that are about to unfold. You're going to have the luxury of options, which is something you didn't have before when you were with the person that was in love with you. The crown here is the devil, and the devil sets you up for the tower. That's how it works. The devil is what lured you in, put you in the trap, put the chains around you, and set you up so that the tower could come and essentially liberate you, because the devil, like everything else in the tarot, has its own purpose and its own being. So you were liberated from the devil. You are going to be completely liberated from the devil here in a second, which is why it's on where it is on the crown, because the chains that you had to the devil are about to be gone. So you take that lost opportunity and the devil's chains here, and you mix those together. You end up with intuition, which is what you're going to need for what happens next. Your intuition, just given to you, and the options that will open up in front of you. You're going to need this intuition to make the right decisions. Mix those two together, you end up with profit after victory. Somebody said a long time ago, living well is the best revenge. And in your case, that seems to be the joy. That seems to be the deal. Profit after victory is when you actually not only won, but then because you've won, the person that betrayed you is going to want to come back and be like, I'm sorry, whatever. And that's only because you have victory now. They didn't expect you to get victory. See, it's the essence of somebody breaking up with you and then you going out and finding real love. And then they want to come back and sabotage it, because now that they realize they gave up something good, they wish they could undo it. Instead of doing it the right way, they just like to fuck you over. King of Cups is what the universe has to say. So if you are masculine energy with the King of Cups, it means you'll find love again. If you are feminine energy, you will find love again. So the whole thing is about finding love again, better love, truer love than the one that you just unfortunately was taken from you. And the base of this is the Five of Pentacles, for the end of your emptiness, because that's what you feel as a result of what's happened. Now, for those of you that came looking for this that aren't in love, that were looking for some sort of resolution of a job, resolution of a crime that's been done to you or whatever, the cards still fit if you can follow the logic of it all, because the concept is that you're going to need your skill and your enterprise. An enterprise is going to be given to you as a result of your skill to build into the future. And on the other side, it's about letting go of the chains that have held you back. So it still works. In the end, the whole thing comes together to the idea that now is the time, especially now that I'm changing your mind with my words here, my stumbled, crazy, almost stroke-like words. The idea is that for you to move forward. I'm giving you laying out the blueprint for how you can move forward and get the justice you deserve. Because even if you don't get the justice you think you deserve, like you want the other person to suffer or whatever, I promise you based on the cards that that's going to be the case. Because the idea is that they don't want you to get over them. And the person that injured you, if it's not love, they don't want you to get over what you did. And that's all you have to do. Get over it. I don't mean it like the negative way where I'm like, get over it, you fuck. I'm not saying that. I'm saying getting over what you've been suffering through, showing that you're strong enough to keep going, means they screwed up. They didn't stop you. They hurt you, but they didn't stop you. And that was the point. If they stopped you, then they win. See what I'm trying to get at? I hope this helps you out. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'm offering a lousy $20, $20, that's it, for a 90-minute texting session or a 60-minute phone call for new users. If you're interested, let me know in the comments. May the universe guide you to prosperity and happiness, and I will be seeing you. Balance is what you're looking for, or peace of mind. Balance is still similar to peace of mind. This is the door reading, 14 cards. It's my biggest spread. Left door on the right door on the, or left door on the left, I should. Left door on the right. Left door, right door, universe, base. And this is how this one goes. Starting out with the 10 of Wands for a burden. It was too heavy for you to carry, and it basically broke your back. And now that it is broken your back, your whole fucking life is up in arms. You don't know what to do. Base is the 7 of planted, the 7 of Pentacles for a seed that you planted that didn't grow. So far, I mean, the thing about stuff like this is similar to the wish card. The idea is that you're going to make a wish and then hopefully it'll turn out. But if it doesn't immediately turn out, or even in this case, if it doesn't turn out in a certain amount of time, you still think it's not going to grow. It's like, I'm not sure about that. It's just a feeling. The idea is that you made an investment you thought it would pay off, and instead it backfired. That's the idea. So now you don't have peace of mind. You've lost it. Mix these two together for a shift in materialism positive, which is coming your way, which means it was just always a matter of time anyway. So your burdens that you have right now are heavy, but once again, I reiterate the concept that every reading so far, all 5 of these readings have had to do with the idea of blaming yourself for things. It's just not. I'm finding more and more as I do this work, it's like that's what I keep coming back to, is the idea that there isn't any reason to blame anybody for anything, which sounds terrible, especially when it comes to really horrible things in life. But when it comes to the balance of the universe, you can't have good without evil, which means evil has a purpose. Still trying to figure out Donald Trump for that matter. Anyway, so the crown of this is the King of Swords. If your feminine energy, since we're talking about balance, this King of Swords is going to come in and help you out. If you are of masculine energy, it's you being given the opportunity to take command of the situation. So the idea is, if you're feminine energy, you meet somebody that can help you take a command of the situation. And then if you're masculine energy, you become the person that can help you with the situation. And that makes it sound like it's your fault that things aren't going out the way they are. But what you need is just a shift. I mean, maybe I'll even go back and just say the King of Swords is somebody that's going to come into it. I will. Strike what I said. The King of Swords is a masculine energy source that's coming in to help you balance this out. Because that's the way it should be. Now, however you want to word that, because it still fits that it could be yourself. You could be helping yourself in this matter. But it's not your fault. And it's not your fault that this happened. And that's the most important thing. So you take the burden that you have and you take the King of Swords and mix those two together. And you end up with generosity from the universe. Which is what I'm trying to say. The idea is that there's adjustment coming up. There's going to be an adjustment for you from the universe. It's going to help you manage things a little bit better and therefore liberate you. Shift in materialism positive plus the generosity from the universe, which is kind of the same thing really. Mix those together, you end up with the end of your wanderlust. Because one of the things that sucks about the burdens that you've been carrying is the fact you keep going around in circles trying to solve an unsolvable problem. But this will help solve your problem, so you ain't got to worry about it anymore. On the other side, we have the Ace of Pentacles for a lost opportunity, or at least the perception of a lost opportunity. Something came up, and instead of taking that opportunity, you went the other way, and now you really figure that's why you're buried under an avalanche of problems. The base of this show is the Queen of Pentacles, which has to do with, if you are masculine energy, it means that the Queen of Pentacles is the person that was supposed to help you out with this and failed to meet you when you had the chance. And if you are feminine energy, you're basically blaming yourself. The idea is that you zigged when you should have zagged, and the whole thing went south. Once again, I'm not gonna. Blame doesn't really do anybody any good anyway. I've never. So taking these two cards and putting them together, and you end up with. Whoops. You end up with love. Strangely enough, love is around the corner. If this whole thing has love in the signature of it, if one of the reasons why you have a lack of peace of mind is because of a love that's been lost, love is coming back. If it's not the love that's coming back, it's love itself coming back in some form or another. The crown of this is the Hermit for isolation, which is what you've been dealing with as a result of the burdens you've been carrying. But that's one of the things that has to go bye-bye, because that King of Swords can't help you if you insist on isolating yourself. So this is going south. You take that missed opportunity, or the perception of the missed opportunity, you mix it with the end of your isolation, and you end up with the Queen of Swords. Feminine energy of the sword on the opposite of the King of Swords. And that can be taken so many ways. Courts are always the biggest problem when it comes to readings, man. Courts are so, it's tough to nail down courts now, they are. So if the Queen of Swords is here, if you are the King of Swords or become the King of Swords, then the Queen of Swords is somebody you meet that'll be the love that you're looking for, which is the whole lovers thing comes into play. If you are the Queen of Coins, you've been beating yourself up, it's basically giving you your sword back. So it's like, here, you're back in charge, you can manage things. It's basically giving you the ability to handle shit again. So you take that Queen of Swords, however it works out for you, and you mix it with love, and you end up with Justice, which is another form of balance. It means that things will things will smooth out. Things that have gone wrong for you will smooth out and give you a chance to balance things out, which is what you need and what you want. The universe speaks to you this time and says it's all about leveling up. The entire purpose of this had less to do with about punishing you and more to do with evolving you. And the universe is a nasty habit of doing that. So if I want you to get stronger and I want you to get better, I can't just let you just have a happy day all the time. I have to throw you some curveballs so that you'll adapt. Like anybody that's ever been schooled or anybody that's ever tried to learn anything. The only way you're going to figure shit out is if you're tested. You must be tested to see whether or not you learned what you're trying to learn. And the best way to learn is to fuck things up. The base is the Seven of Wands for profit after victory, which is what you're going to get when all is said and done. So there is a purpose to this whole thing, and peace of mind and balance is coming right around the corner. You just got to suffer a little bit to get there. But everything about this indicates that this temporary disruption is to toughen you up to handle the future, which is what's going to happen. And when you do, balance will be yours. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'm offering a lousy $20 fee, 20 bucks, that's it, for a 90-minute texting session or a 60-minute phone call for new clients. If you're interested, let me know in the comments. May the universe guide you to prosperity and happiness, and I will be seeing you. You've come here for guidance, which is what you come to me with my videos for all the time, presumably, or amusement. And I apologize for not being more amusing lately. It's difficult. You have to be able to be in a certain frame of mind in order to be amusing. But this is for guidance. And the cards, this is the second take I've had to do with this. The cards here have to do with guidance through what it looks like it'd be either a breakup or a separation. Probably a separation, it feels like to me. I don't know if that's what you're going through. For most of you, probably that's exactly what you're going through, which is what's guided you here. But let's just work through it, just to find out. So on one side you have forced movement, which is you making a decision you felt you had no other choice but to make. And it's irritating because you didn't really want to make it, but you think it's the best decision, and now you're unsure, which is why you need guidance. The base of it is conflict. The reason why I suggest this whole thing is about separation is because the conflict is what you've been living with for a very, very long time, both internally and externally with whoever it is you've been with. So the conflict was the reason why you felt you needed to make this decision. And you mix those two cards together, you end up with bravery, which you realize that you are the one who has done the smart thing by putting an end to the fighting altogether by just moving away from the fight. Sometimes the best thing you can do is just retreat. The crown of this is harmony, which means harmony is coming for you right around the corner. Things are going to get better. It doesn't seem like it right now, but you wanted guidance, and I'm giving it to you. Harmony's coming. Because the problem isn't, in this particular case, the guidance has to do with the two of you have just reached a point where you just are, I always think of going back to Martin, because I remember the show Martin with Martin Lawrence. At one point, him and Gina split up because they were just fighting all the time. And yet, in the end, they ended up married together. So it's like, it's just the two of you realizing you've got each other's butts up too much lately. And you need to just take a break from each other. That's all it comes down to. Take the harmony here and mix it with that perceived, well, actually, the choice you've made with the forced movement, and you end up with the Queen of Swords, which has to do with, if you're feminine energy, it's you realizing that you did the right thing. And if you're masculine energy, it's that you realize that things needed to happen like this. So technically speaking, she still did the right thing. Because it's not, I don't get the impression through any of this that you don't care about one another. It's just that you're driving each other crazy. And the only thing to do when you get to the point where you're ready to kill each other is to get some time away. So you have the Queen of Swords again with the Page of Swords. Mix those two together and you end up with the Eight of Swords for the illusion of a cage, which is finally broken. Because what's kept you together all this time is the love that you have for one another, but it's ignored the problems that you have and the reason that you're so angry with one another. And because now you've actually faced that, you can get out of your own way. Because you've always been making excuses as to why this didn't have to happen. But as of this moment, it did have to happen because you're driving each other crazy. On the other side of it is the lack of progress, which really doesn't help. Because there's plenty of blame to go around, isn't there? So it feels like everything was going really well, and then all of a sudden things didn't go well, and it's the other person's fault. Faith, it seems, is also a problem when it comes to the rub, because your faith in the other person is broken. However you want to word that, whatever faith you lost, doesn't have to necessarily be in the other person, but that's where I think this whole thing had a problem. The problem is you believed in the other person, and you're perceiving that they dropped the ball or they did something, and it destroyed the faith. Mix these two together, you end up with the breaking of a stalemate. Because as it turns out, what this whole thing signifies to me tells me is nobody's fault. Which sucks, because nobody wants to accept that little coin of thing, but it's the truth. Maybe it's just nobody's fault. Maybe the shit just happens, which sucks. But when you get to the end of the reading, hopefully you'll understand why I say that. The crown of this is the Emperor for a reestablishment of authority. It's the two of you will heal and get better as you split apart. The concept is to regain what you've lost, to take some time to step back and look at what's been going wrong and address it, which is what you can do now. Lack of progress mixed with this authority will lead you to Tower, which is lovely in this case, because it will prove to you that this was not anybody's fault. Because once you're able to step back and take a look at the events that went into play to split you two apart, you'll start to see little by little a combination of your personalities plus interruptions and problems with the world, especially lately, had an effect. Little things that just started to eat away at the two of you. Especially if one of you was being eaten away at, and then you went to the other one for support, and the other one was being eaten away too, and they didn't respond to your needs because they were too busy being eaten up themselves. And they perceived the same thing. So they're being eaten up by the thing, and you didn't come to them hoping, and it's just back and forth and back and forth. And the more you don't meet halfway, the more you don't come to the middle, the more you just get angry with each other, instead of getting angry with the things that actually caused you the pain in the first place, that caused you to come together. Because you want you want each other to support each other through the hard shit, which you can do. But you have to be able to step back and realize that you're both hurting. You're both suffering. You're both in the bad space. You're both being harmed. And that's why the two of you haven't been able to come together, because you are both in the same boat, feeling the same pain, reaching the same conclusions, and coming up with the same obstacles. So you take that Tower and you're breaking of the stalemate, which I'm going to give you right now, because I promise you by now I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You mix these two together and you end up with Strength, which is beautiful. It's a sunny outcome finally for this particular reading, because strength is what you need to be able to understand that when it comes to fault and blame, the lovely thing about having a point where both of you are to blame, not on purpose, I'm not getting on you about it either. I'm just saying, when you both reach the point where you both realize you both did the same thing, you're both equal, you both had the same problem, whatever, and you're able to recognize that you both just need to let shit go, it is a wonderful place to be, because you're basically saying, I forgive you for just things went nuts. I forgive you. And the other person says the same thing, and it's a fresh start. You can wash away all the negative shit, and now you can address the positive shit, the future, and build one. Basically gives you a chance to reset and get rid of all the crap. The universe talks about defiance, because that's what it's all about. The idea is that you need to resolve defiance, because the whole concept of you trying to beat one another, I'm trying to win out over one another, especially when you get to the fighting, I'm trying to be right. It's like, it doesn't matter who's right when in the end you all lose. Nobody cares. You don't get bonus points if all you do is just destroy your relationship. And the reason why I formulated this entire thing, now that I've done this a second time, the whole reason why this is happening, the reason why I'm talking to you, the reason why this is important, is because of the base. Take a good look at it. You're not supposed to be apart. You just got to fix what's wrong. It's like driving a car too long without ignoring the check engine light. You know that rattling under the hood is probably a bad thing, until one day the car stalls and black smoke comes up out of the fucking thing, and now you got to pay for it. That's where you're at. So the future is not hopeless. You just have to take some time to be able to step back and realize that life is very hard right now on everybody, and you've been taking it out on each other. And once you realize that, you can stop. I hope this helps you out. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'm offering a lousy $20 fee, $20 on my readings right now for new clients. I'm wondering if I should branch that out. If some of the more new clients that I get for $20 will branch it out, if people respond to an idea of just a $20 reading, maybe I'll just do it all together for $20. I mean, all I'm trying to do is figure out a way to make this work. So, but $20 for new clients. It's $20 for a 90-minute texting session or a 60-minute call. I'm flexible. I'm very flexible when it comes to time and the rest of it, so I can give you my time. $20 seems cheap. It is cheap. That's why I'm making it right now for new clients. So if you're interested, let me know in the comments. May the universe guide you to prosperity and happiness, and I will be seeing you. So, you want help making a tough decision. Behind my cat's butt is the rest of these cards, but there's 14 cards for this spread. It's my biggest spread. It's what I call the door spread. There's two doors, the left door, the right door, the universe, and the base. And we'll just run through it and see how it helps you make this tough decision. So on the left, we start with the Six of Wands for a lack of victory. It's what you desire most, but it's the thing you've had the hardest time trying to get a hold of. So the fact you've had a lot of losses over the idea is that your loss record is much higher than your win record. So it's making you hesitant as to how to make this decision because you really need a win. Basically, this is the Page of Cups is for innocence, which suggests that you're beating yourself up over the concept that you're basically criticizing yourself. You're saying you're too soft, you're too weak, you're too whatever to actually win something. But as I've been telling everybody in this series of readings, I don't think that's necessarily fair or even true. It's just a matter that, unfortunately, not everybody can win. Sometimes you do nothing wrong and still lose. Mix these two cards together, you end up with progress, which means progress is coming right around the corner. The crown of this, strangely enough, is in your favor, even though it's a very strange card for this, and that's upheaval. So everything is about to go woo, but it's good for you because the upheaval is going to shake up the system that you've been trying to win against and give it vulnerability, which will allow you. It's basically the concept of somebody distracting the beast long enough for you to, or hey, Tron, right? You're distracting the MCP long enough so that Tron can throw the disc into the middle center of it and blow it up. So Flynn's going to distract the MCP, and then you get a shot at the sucker, and then you get your victory. Take these two cards and you mix them together, you end up with the breaking of a stalemate. Is what I just told you was going to do it. That shaking up of the cards, no matter what it is, the tower is going to definitely give you that chance. So the breaking of the stalemate plus the progress that's coming as a result of this good fortune would lead you to the Queen of Swords. And now we have to talk. So if your feminine energy is you basically coming back into your throne, and if it's masculine energy, it's Quartz are always the toughest cards when it comes to readings. So is it allowing the Queen to go to ascend to her throne? Or is it you're helping the Queen ascend to her throne? Helping the Queen ascend to her throne gives you the victory that you want. Kind of a strange card for that part side of the outcome, but whatever. You have another whole set of cards, so let's just see where it goes. On the other side, you have the Knight of Pentacles for shifting materialism negative, which has caused a lot of your troubles. The base of this is a lack of generosity. You thought the people that you depended on that promised you they were going to be there didn't live up to their expectations and dropped the ball. Mix those two cards together, you end up strangely with happiness, which means happiness is coming with the progress and everything else. The crown of this is the Seven of Swords for deception, which is where that whole lack of generosity came into play. These people never had your back in the first place. They had no intention of giving you what you want, which means the entire reason, like back here where you thought you were being too innocent and naive, it's like that's why you thought that, because these people were just not people you should have trusted. I don't think it's a character flaw so much, it's just a simple mistake. To take the negative, shift in materialism plus this deception, hopefully resolve the resolution of it now that I've told you what it is. And it leads to freeing yourself from the devil. Because the devil is how these people have done it to you. They've basically come up to you and talked a bunch of bullshit in your ear. It made you sound like they were your friends when they weren't. which is easy enough for somebody that's very kind to fall into. Breaking these chains and mixing with the happiness that's coming will lead you ultimately to new love, which is a form of victory in and of itself. So your decision-making process, this whole thing shall help you. Especially, it looks like the key to the whole thing has to do with the queen. So one way or the other, getting the queen to the throne, if you're the queen, and if you're not the queen, that seems to be the whole point of all this. The universe speaks directly of helping you make this decision, so hopefully I've helped you make the decision, since the universe is just basically doing the same card twice. And the base of this whole thing is strength. The purpose was to teach you that you can make the decision, and you shouldn't care about the results. The only person keeping the win-loss ratio in their minds is you. And in the end, the numbers are usually pretty even. Even the best players overall, given their entire lifespan, the record's not. You still lost. There are still times you lost, and the losses still hurt. So even though it seems a little murky to me, hopefully that's helped you out and giving you the information you needed to make this decision. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'm offering a whopping $20 fee, just 20 bucks. That's it, for a 90-minute texting session and a 60-minute or a 60-minute phone call for new clients. If you're interested, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. May the universe guide you to prosperity and happiness, and I will see you. What you're looking for is victory. This is my 14 card spread. You can't see the top one over there because my cat's button is in the way, but it's my 14 card spread for the door reading. It's my biggest reading. You got the left door, you got the right door, you got the universe, and you got the base. Let's see if I can give you some victory. Seven of Wands is where we start for a lack of profit after victory. Although, since you come here looking for victory, I'm assuming it is the victory you have is either not the victory you want, or you didn't get the victory in question, which leads to not having the profit after victory because you didn't get the victory to have the profit. Yeah, that's not my fault. The universe is making fun of me with this card. Basically, this is the devil. The idea that you feel helpless against the things that are against you, that you have basically been cursed, that what you're up against is a stacked deck. The reason why you can't win is because the universe won't let you. Not necessarily sure if that's the code. It's not overall the truth, I don't think. It's like the idea is that, well, I'm just going to keep moving forward, because the idea is that you get the idea. Mix these two cards together, you end up with Emperor, which is the re-resolution of the whole thing, and you end up back in authority again, back in leadership. So it's only temporary. It seems like a curse and all the rest of it, but curses only have power if you believe in them. Somebody wise once said. The crown is the Seven of Pentacles for the planting of a seed, which means you get another shot, which is coming right around the corner to give you a second chance to take another shot at the crown, so to speak. Mix the Seven of Swords, or excuse me, the Seven of Wands with the Seven of Pentacles. Mix those two together. You end up with the Knight of Wands for change, because change is on its way. So even though you think everything's written in stone and that you're screwed because you have no other choice in the matter, it's only a temporary problem and it's not going to last. Change plus the Emperor, you coming back into the command structure, so to speak, the being the leader you are. Cross those two together, it leads to your skill, which is going to improve dramatically here in just a little while, which is what the whole point of this is about. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And sometimes you get beaten so that you can come out back stronger. On the other side, we have the Hermit for isolation. I'm actually not sure what the problem is on that one. Maybe it's because you're just trying to handle everything by yourself. Or maybe it's because you thought you could do it all by yourself. You thought you could get victory all alone and people have offered you help and you didn't take it. That's not a cool thing either. Basically, this is the Seven of Cups for the Gambler's Wish, which is when you took a chance and failed, and that's what you think caused the entire disruption. Mix that supposed failure with your insistence on trying to do everything by yourself. Not judging you, it's just the nature of who you are. And you end up with the Knight of Pentacles for a shift in materialism positive, because things are about to turn around. We can't run from who we are. Our destiny chooses us. Crown, this is the Nine of Cups for the Wish card. A wish that you made a while ago that you didn't think was being granted is about to be granted as a result of the events that you've seen. So, the whole reason why you haven't had victory is because, okay, this is complicated. The reason why you didn't have victory is so that you can have this wish answered. I don't know what the wish was. I'm getting the feeling that the wish that you want answered doesn't have to do with you being victorious. Yes, you want to be victorious, But I think the wish is something a little more stronger than that. You take that wish and the isolation you've had by trying to do everything by yourself, and you mix those two together, you end up with the King of Cups. If you're masculine energy, it means you're coming into love. If you're feminine energy, it means you find someone that is masculine energy that you're going to have a really hard time not falling in love with. You mix that loving person with the Nine of Pentacles for the material shift, you mix those two together, you end up with Enterprise. It's all building up to something. And the universe has something else to add to this entire thing, because what it says the whole thing was building you up toward was a major life decision. So, consider this. The victories that you haven't had before wouldn't have resulted in a major life decision. And now, to this point, when you're at where you're at, and the desperation and the anguish and the rest of it you feel, is the setting you up on purpose so that you are facing this decision. And once you've made this decision as a result of everything that you've had up to this point, your life will change for the better. And then you'll know what victory really is. Because if the victory was before was just about getting points on a board or proving that you were better than somebody else, that's not the victory that you should be interested in. The victory you should be interested in is your life. Coming out on top. Being victorious when it comes to the challenge that you face. And that's what this is all about. The base of this show is the Queen of Swords, which can go either way. Queen of Swords is feminine energy. If you are the Queen of Swords, it's you getting your sword back. And if you're not the Queen of Swords, if you're not the Queen of Swords, you have to be the King of Cups. If you are the King of Cups, then you fall in love with the Queen of Swords. So if you're the Queen of Swords, you fall in love with it. It doesn't matter. The point is that it's the base of this. It has to do with, I guess, love, actually. Since the King is there. It's the only part of this that has to do with love. But if you want victory, the victory you're looking for, it's what I said before. If you want victory, the victory you're looking for is not about numbers on a board or a record holding thing or winning an engagement. It's about changing your life. That's where your victory should have always been. And that's what matters more than any scoreboard. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'm offering a whopping $20. Whoop-de-doozy. 20 bucks will buy you a 90 seconds, yeah, sure. 90-minute texting session with me, or a 60-minute phone call. If you're interested, let me know in the comments. This is for new clients, only for new clients. If you're interested, let me know in the comments. May the universe guide you to prosperity and happiness, and I will be seeing you. You want to see if your prayer or your prayer is going to be answered, or your wish is going to be granted. 14 cards for my door reading. This is the largest reading I do. Left door, right door, universe, space. Let's see if I can't get you some wishes or prayers granted, or however you want to word that question or statement, whatever. So on the left, you have the Empress for a lack of abundance, which is where this problem starts. You feel once again that you've been cheated, like the universe is out to get you. The base of this for the rub is the Magician for skill. You're blaming yourself. You think somehow the reason why you're not getting anywhere in life has to do not only with a combination the universe is cursing you, but that your skill goes unrecognized. I'm not really sure that's the case in any case, but I understand why you feel the way you do. Mixing these two together leads to the Emperor, which is kind of comically ironic since theory 3 plus 1 equals 4. This follows the Empress. So the idea is that you coming into wisdom of understanding that sometimes, most of the times, almost all the time, we don't have control over anything. Everything happens for reasons beyond our understanding because the universe got a lot of work to do. Crown of this is the 6 Pentacles for generosity, which means generosity is coming right around the corner for you. I hope it's an ends to a means. I'm not really sure right now the way it turns out, but your lack of abundance plus this 6 of Pentacles coming around the corner, the generosity crosses and becomes Wheel of Fortune, which definitely leads me to thinking that you're being led, you're being guided toward the victory, toward the granting of your wish that you were looking for. Here's the Fortune. Here's the. I also should mention it's 4 majors so far. It's only gone through 5 cards, and there's 4 majors already. The Emperor plus this Wheel of Fortune ends up leading you to victory itself. So I mean, yeah, I think when it comes to just your wish, whatever it was, your prayer, it has to do with timing, like it always does. On the other side, you have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is for masculine energy, it is you failing, thinking of you failing as a source of masculine energy. So basically it's the I'm a man and I didn't pull my weight crap. Or if you're a female, feminine energy, you feel that you're not strong enough. You should have been more like a man. You failed because you're a feminine energy. The base of this, not surprisingly, the rub is the Eight of Swords for you getting in your own way, because this is horseshit. So the idea that somehow everybody always tries to find blame because we can't find a reason, and if we could find a reason, we wouldn't need to blame. But unfortunately, that's the way it is. So the person it doesn't make any difference. Blaming yourself is just pointless. It just happened. It happened because it was supposed to happen. You're not supposed to have your prayer yet, so you can't go beating yourself up for something you didn't do. Take these two things together and mix them together, you end up with the Queen of Cups, which is, if you're feminine energy, it's you coming into love, probably loving yourself, understanding there's nothing you could have done. And if you're masculine energy, it's finding someone to love, and therefore reshaping your universe into loving somebody instead of caring about the scoreboard. And I'm wondering about that wish that you made, because if it's not love that you made, then I'm wondering why there's so much of it. The crown of this is love itself. The Lovers comes around the corner, because you're going to find it one way or the other. But not surprisingly. And the majors, by the way, in this reading are fucking crazy. So you got 4 on the left. I've already got 3 on the right. For a 14 card spread, you got, what did I say? It's 4, 6. 6 out of 14. It's pretty strong. Or no, 7. Excuse me. I'm holding the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of 14 is half the deck. Half the cards are all the thing. So love is in the air, and it's really, really important. For this particular reading, you mix that love with the King of Swords we were talking about before, and you end up with the Fool for a whole new road that you never even imagined that was happening before. So your wish is definitely going to be granted, and it's on the way. It's definitely on the way. It doesn't make any difference what you wished for. It all fits together. The Fool is the new road. Queen of Cups is the love you have or the lover you find. You mix those two together, and you end up with Justice. Payback for what you perceive to be a slight, or just fortune in your favor, or just a combination of things, man. I mean, or man or woman, whoever you are, like or whatever you are. Can I say that legally? Just trying to defend you. I don't know. Whatever fits the bill. You over there. This is destiny at work. So it's like you're definitely going to get the wish that you wanted. It's basically, this is going to prove to you that your wishes do not go unheard, and that your prayers don't go unanswered. It's just a matter of timing. Everything comes down to fucking timing. It's so goddamn frustrating because we hate waiting, but it's the truth. Timing is everything. There's nothing you can do about it. You just gotta roll with those punches. The universe insists the entire thing is about love, because there's the King of Cups to match the Queen of Cups that was in the previous reading. You can take that whichever way you want. If you're masculine energy, you're falling in love. If you're in feminine energy, you're falling in love. It's all about love. That's what this is about. So hopefully, if your wish was about love, or your prayer was that you would find love, here it is. Or here it will be, I should say, because it's coming for you right around the corner. And the base of it is the breaking of a stalemate, because you're not going to be alone much longer. So there you go. You wanted your wish granted? There you go, you silly person. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please like and subscribe to my channel. I am offering for new clients a lousy $20 fee, just 20 bucks, to give you a 90-minute texting session or a 60-minute phone call. If you're interested, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. May the universe guide you to prosperity and happiness, and I will be seeing you. You're looking for fortune. This is my door. This is my doors spread. Left door, right door, top, bottom. 14 cards. My biggest spread ever. And we're going to start with the card. I have to move the cards because this is take 2, so I know where the cards were supposed to be. That's where I made my mistake. Start with the King of Pentacles. If you're masculine energy, you feel like you dropped the ball. If you're female energy, you feel like you believe in the wrong person, and they drop the ball. And either which way, you both somehow believe the ball has been dropped. The base of this, though, the rub suggests that it's all illusion. This is the illusion of fear, nightmares, which means what it really is that you're just afraid of being without. You don't want to be without ever again. You've been without before. It's not fun. You do anything to chop off your own arm to avoid being back there again. So you take these two cards and mix them together. You end up with the 9 of Wands for defiance. It's you finding a strength you never knew you had before. Crown of this is the Sun. Right around the corner is joy and happiness. I know, you're probably like, what? Just by reading this, just reading while I was watching this video, joy and happiness is going to be yours. It's going to be coming right around the corner. You mix that with the King of Pentacles, and you end up with the Page of Swords for bravery, which is what you're going to need for the next step. So the whole thing is going to give you bravery because you get to finally believe that maybe this guy on the other side of the screen ain't just a crackpot trying to throw cards and make some money. I mean, I don't think I'll call myself a crackpot. I certainly am trying to throw cards and make some money, though. So take that for whatever it's worth. You take the Page of Swords for the bravery, and you take the Defiance, and you mix those two together, and you end up with the sight of your desire within reach. Ah. Now you kind of see how this is leaning into the whole fortune thing, don't you? On the other side of this, you have the Star for spiritual guidance, but you have failed. You believe the universe has left you behind. It's forgotten about you. Or it's cursed you. You actually believe that somehow the universe has got some personal grudge against you. I don't think the universe has personal grudge against anybody. Otherwise, how can Donald Trump be in power? I didn't say that. Six of Cups is the rub for the past, which suggests you've just been spending too much time thinking about the past. The past has been making your decisions for you. So it's like anything you've been suffering through in the past has caused you to make your decisions in the future, which has just caused the whole problem. So you take these two cards together, you mix them together, you end up with the Hanged Man, or the pause that you created waiting for something to change. It is going to change. It's going to change right now. Crown of this is the Seven of Pentacles because, believe it or not, whether you realize it or not, you actually planted the seed for the future without even trying to. So you already set the whole thing in motion a long time ago. The only problem is you just haven't seen the results that you wanted and the speed that you wanted, which has caused all of this, basically. Take that spiritual guidance, the lack of it, and you mix it with the Seven of Pentacles, and you end up with the Queen of Pentacles. I forgot to do my little trick. The Queen of Pentacles, yes. Feminine energy of great provision. And since you're the masculine energy of great provision here that failed, supposedly, this is the other side of the coin. So I guess immediately my thought is, if you really want fortune, especially since Defiance over here spoke about the idea of you trying to do things yourself, maybe that's the problem. Like, you shouldn't have been trying to do it yourself. You should have been accepting the fact that you can't do everything yourself. One of the great curses of this current time that we live in is that everybody believes that individuality is strength. Individuality is definition, not necessarily strength. Individuality is you saying, I'm different than other people, and that's okay, and that's fine. And there's a certain level of strength to that. But when it comes to actually accomplishing things, for example, building things or whatever, just admitting that you're an individual and you have strength of your own self is not enough if you need more than one person to do a particular job. So in other words, if you wanted to build a house, you can't build a house by yourself. You're going to have to get some people in there that know what the hell they're doing that you don't. Otherwise, you're probably going to burn the fucking thing down or kill yourself while you're trying. So you take that Queen of Pentacles and you mix it with the Hanged Man here, and you end up with, finally, the end of Wanderlust. Which is exactly, I mean, you have your desire on one side and you have the end of Wanderlust on the other. That's about as much fortune as you can hope for. So you're getting what you want. Fortune is coming. It's on its way. The universe speaks of the Hermit, which is what I already talked about. Trying to do everything yourself is not a great idea. That's the only reason why you haven't had the fortune that you were looking for, because you were trying to do it yourself. You're the King of Pentacles. The Queen is on the other side. You should accept help, especially this kind of help, since usually this indicates couples, people that were supposed to be together. Yeah, and just you're my cousin Denny, and you're Danny DeVito, and this is Marissa Tomei, and you really should accept her help, because in the end she can save your ass. And the base of this whole thing, the thing that's kept you apart, is conflict, because you insist on fighting everybody to prove something when you shouldn't have to. So if you can let go of this and resolve it, which is the key here, fortune will find you. Basically, you just gotta get out of your own way and get out of your own head. That would be great too. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'm offering for new clients, a whopping $20 fee. Just 20 bucks will buy you. It's 90 minutes worth of texting or 60 minutes worth of calling. If you're interested, let me know in the comments. May the universe guide you to prosperity and happiness, and I will be seeing you